Hey everybody, Wendy Sellers, the HR lady. Today I'm just going to post a very brief podcast. I was speaking with a client recently and I realized that not everyone in the HR space or those who are wearing the HR hat in addition to many other hats, not everyone realizes that when it comes to 401ks and retirement plans, that you need, as an employer representative, you need to be very careful. You're walking a fine line of providing advice. Specifically, you need to not, I repeat, not be providing employee investment education. You need to make sure that you are just talking about the plan and how to enroll and the importance of it and showing them tools such as calculators. But only independent advisors are actually allowed to provide investment advice to employees under Department of Labor regulations. So don't be helping your employees pick, say, for example, which stock options or life cycle plans they should be choosing in. My recommendation is to instead call the 401k plan itself and ask for help there. Many, is for those of you that have larger plans, many of you have possibly been assigned a fiduciary advisor. You could also use an external advisor that comes in, or you can give hotlines and obviously websites so that people can get educated. Now, for those of you that don't know, if you are providing a 401k through your company, then your company and someone, maybe the owner of the company, often it's an HR person or a CFO person, you do have fiduciary responsibility to make sure that your 401k or like-minded retirement plan is in the best interest of your employees. So you still do have fiduciary responsibility to make sure that the plan is legit and that it's not outdated, is basically the moral of that story. I'm not a 401k or retirement expert. I know enough to say, hey, I probably need to call somebody for advice. So again, my point here today is really to just remind you or inform you in case if you didn't know, that you should not be giving specific financial advice related to your 401k or other retirement plan to your employees. What you should be doing is educating them, maybe hosting lunch and learns with experts outside the organization, showing them how the pre-tax deduction for their 401k might actually lower their take-home pay or increase it. I've seen a lot of people, especially lower paid employees, that if they're taking 5-10% out of their paycheck on a pre-tax basis and putting it into a 401k, for example, they actually are now taxed on less income and they might have a few extra bucks in their paycheck every week, every other week. And so it's pretty important for them to show those examples because let's face it, everybody is hanging on to every dollar they have right now, which means they may not be investing in their actual 401k because they think it's going to cost them. Additionally, if you are an organization that is matching something, whatever it might be, you need to literally put it down on pen and paper and say, hey, if you take 3% out of your paycheck's going to be the same, if not more, on Friday when you open up your pay stub. But additionally, we, the company, will add more to your 401k, and therefore you actually will be able to start a retirement plan. So food for thought there. Please make sure your employees understand what a 401k is, understand what a pre-tax deduction is and how that actually affects their take-home pay. It could be a benefit to them, and understand that in your plan, what their options are, and that certain options might actually include having a financial advisor automatically be looking at their plan on an ongoing basis so they don't have to, and or bringing in an external educator, hopefully who's related to your plan, to have the conversations with the employees as a group, but then additionally making sure that there's some kind of wealth advisor that is possibly assigned to not only your company, but individual employees and their families, that they can call a phone number, go to a local service center, or maybe go online to say, hey, what do I do for my specific family situation? Thanks for stopping by. Have a great weekend. Wendy Sellers, the HR Lady.